Frontier School of Midwifery and Family Nursing quotes Paula's 2007 stating, "Cheating begins early, with 66% of high school students reporting cheating as a problem, and 47% reported that they had cheated on a test. According to the American Association University of Professors, problems include the following: fear of failure, not enough time, laziness, teachers not caring, peer pressure, and no action." Liberal education believes the problems of academic dishonesty is pointing fingers at everyone else but themselves, and teachers only care if the student is popular or the star of the show. So they'll give students passing grades or A's because they need to be eligible so they can play or run at the meet or perform in practice, and maybe they need that player to win a state title, so they'll give them a good grade, or maybe just for that week, which is very unethical. Students don't care how they get the grade as long as it's a good grade, and they'll resort to cheating if they need to. Liberal education quotes, "Many students ask, if faculty members aren't concerned about cheating, why should I be?" Which that actually raises a really good question. Matthew Bovell believes academic dishonesty gives others advantages and prevents learning. Also, grades set the bar for how good you are as a student, and they're used for admissions to colleges, etc. Academic dishonesty undermines feedback, and if you cheat once, you're more likely to do it again later on. Professor Michael Bishop explains, 53% of my upper class students have cheated on a test or plagiarized a paper while at Iowa State. 91% know someone who has, and 18% know someone who has been punished for academic dishonesty. Notice how the lower number is for those who have been punished. CO9s believe there are 4 main reasons why cheating is bad. Number 1, students' assessment is unreliable. Number 2, it deadens trust between students and faculty members. Number 3, cheating justifies the means, but number 4, is most likely not in the best interest of the student in the long run. So, they may think they can just cheat now, and they won't do it later on. They don't want to do it later on, but once you start, you're more likely to keep doing it. Small things add up to just keeping doing it, and it turns into a bad habit. There are many solutions you and the government can do to prevent academic dishonesty. If cheating, a student should be led to judicial affairs, according to Michael Bishop, and the government needs to make the point that judicial proceedings are interminable and ineffectual. So I think, they really need to get stronger punishments out there for plagiarism and academic dishonesty to be avoided and to be feared of, really, so they don't do it. Some things that you can do is watch out, don't do it, and spread the word of how unethical it is. Nursing education perspectives believe students need to be informed of consequences, prohibit items like cell phones and calculators in class, and have honor codes. Some long-term strategies would be to establish trust between students and staff, and that would be a lasting solution, and it would most likely promote integrity. Liberal education suggests using plagiarism detection software, and I think this is a really good idea. How we do in our class, speech class, and I've used it in other classes, is Turnitin.com, and it gives you the percentage report of your plagiarism. American Association of the Universities of Professors states some solutions to academic dishonesty. Discuss documentation styles like Modern Language Association, or MLA, and University of Chicago Press. Make clear academic dishonesty will not be allowed, eliminate detrimental solutions, follow due process of law, and administrators should be at fault too. Maybe they left the room, or they're letting students sit too closely together, or they're not putting binders up, so the teachers or administrators can be at fault as well. Punishment should prevent cheating. Those found guilty should have their names published in governmental publications or other media. So if they know that their name's being out there for the world to see, they may not do it. They can have, colleges find it, employers, if it's on the radio station locally, they could have their neighbors knowing. It could prevent them from getting jobs, getting into schools, making friends. So overall, I think that's a good tactic to scare people out of it. Frontier School of Midwifery and Family Nursing gives examples of response student help from faculty, and they quote, "Prepare students for assignments and exams, more spoon feeding, more communication about expectations, and educate about plagiarism." The American Association Universities of Professors explain, "People need to acknowledge, attribute, credit, and correctly document when they present the ideas and/or articulation of their peers," and this will help prevent plagiarism and academic dishonesty. Which this brings me to the definitions of plagiarism and cheating. According to the Tools for Teaching, cheating means getting unauthorized help on an assignment, quiz, or exam. Plagiarism means submitting work on your own that is someone else's. Tools for Teaching also suggest learning to recognize signs of stress in students. So they may think, oh, I have to go do something after school, just give me your paper and let me copy it quick. They may not think that, that's cheating, or if it's just this one time, but if you do it once, you're going to keep doing it. Ensure equal access to study materials. Make them feel they can succeed in the class without having to cheat. Teachers or administrators can also assign specific topics, change assignments each year, have a seating chart, keep gradebooks safe, and stand in the back room to see if there's any eyes wandering, text messages if cell phones are allowed, or notes passing going on. Academic dishonesty is a serious problem and it should not be taken lightly. But with these solutions, and if they're enforced correctly, I think we can put a great hindrance on academic dishonesty.